for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time they're trying to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the Joe Mixon, halfway to 100 now. Career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Opening carry in the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he shows that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Professor, it's not worth it. No, I got it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz game, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, and he finds Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Burrow on 3rd down.
Oh, I threw it. Why does Joe not throw the ball?
The safety blitz staged to perfection.
Joe gets like the slowest fucking throw in the game. Throw the ball.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a nice kick there as they're able to add to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if the drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll wind up getting Tim back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Oh shit, Joe, what are you doing? Joe's been throwing like fucking crazy.
Defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Oh God.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Oh, Joe, what the fuck?
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get through out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go play action with Burrow. And he's got a touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point, not all that convincing, but he does tuck it in there. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession.
They called roughing the passer? Oh my God.
Wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. Burrow will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown Bengals. Drew Sample, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half.
Just fucking win.
To boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road.
Take him down.
How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow.
Oh, what the
for the end zone. And that one too far in front. He couldn't really.
Sure. Hey, damn it.
So far in this drive, they've done
I gotta tell you, use my card. My gift.
CD. Now bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. If you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Inside handoff to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. He'll get it inside the 20. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First down, they'll start with Algier. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
Yeah.
You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
Why the bad?
Stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Okay. Don't call me junk. I ain't junk.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Picked off by the Bates Master.
Possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
T. Diggins. I'm not trying to pass that much. I just need 300 yards to do my challenge.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will not have time to get another play.
Fucking hell, man.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
This will take
it just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Here we go.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And
oh, wow.
If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved.
Oh, my God, dude. It's going to ruin his kicker. This game's going to ruin my kicker's rating.
As far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Oh,
after the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, no.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Oftentimes we play as an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score. And
what the fuck? I need 64. I need like fucking 30 yards and I can stop passing.
I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were
yeah, I am on True Clark, bro. I just need literally like 5 fucking yards.
To watch what we're watching right now. Let's hope this one gets over.
Oh.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that.
There we go.
Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. There we go. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Back to Mixon on second down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. Go back to the early drives. You can just see it at one score. Different level in this game.
What the?
We have been disappointed in watching their execution.
What the hell?
Contest.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Nigga, come on.
And they will wrangle him down a couple
Come on,
yards
nigga,
shy
come
of the
on.
30.
Come on!
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
He don't do another pick.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of
He got
reach.
no
Charles,
lineman.
They're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
Get on.
they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get it up here to 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.